So basically, we're talking about my perception of what Agile philosophy of project management is. To put it simply, which I like simple, is to be able to start a project without clearly defining the end deliverable and how we're going to get there. And it's an iterative and incremental process throughout the life cycle of the project. And it utilizes trust, flexibility, empowers the entire group, and there's a lot of collaboration that goes on. What are the challenges of using the Agile philosophy? Well, the first one is it has a very difficult time utilizing expertise. What do we mean by this? Well, if we had an expert that was truly an expert that knew how to solve the project from beginning to end, we would have a difficult time utilizing that expert, because this is more a collaborative, let everyone participate, we empower the whole group. So it has difficulty in utilizing a true expert if that expert existed. And then it minimizes accountability because there's so many different participants here, and it takes everyone's input. And so therefore, if it does go bad, no one is held truly accountable for the project going off the tracks. And this is because no one actually knows the future. No one knows exactly what's going to happen, what's the optimal way to do this. So by observation now, if you look at any of these groups, the majority of the participants are basically non-observant, which means they can't see into the future. And we'll be talking about why is it so important to see into the future. And if the whole group doesn't know from beginning to end and cannot track time and cost deviation or know the impact of any changes or directions that they go in, the project risk actually increases. And basic methodologies of Agile is Scrum. And they got this because it came from, quote, in rugby, they have a scrum, and this is how they introduce ideas, this is how they introduce the ball, this is how they reconvene, quote, the event. And so basically, the scrum is how everyone participates in getting everything going. And the major players in a scrum is the scrum master, the product owner, which really is the stakeholders who have a requirement for the project, and the development team now that utilizes their own expertise to deliver the project result. Well, how did we get here? In other words, how did we get to where everyone's comfortable in starting a project and no one clearly knows the exact steps we're going to take and the exact conclusion we're going to end up with? How did we get to where we're comfortable with this? Because I would truly be uncomfortable with this, because the risk could be high when no one can see from beginning to end.